Hello, you're tuning into Đồng Nai radio and television station. Coming first with local news. The government's Administrative Reform Steering Committee PAR Index on June the 24th held an online conference to announce the PAR Index 2020 and the Satisfaction Index of people and organizations with the services of the state administration in 2020 SIPAS. Comparing the average value of the PAR index between economic reasons in 2020, all 6 economic reasons have the average value of the PAR index increasing higher than in 2019 and all reaching a value of over 80%. The highest average value is the Southeast Economic Region, with the results reaching 85.88%, followed by the Red Rio Delta region, reaching 85.51%. The North Central Coast and Central Coast are the economic regions with the lowest value, with a result of 81.41%. In the period 2017-2020, the Service Satisfaction Index of state administrative agencies in general increased gradually each year from 80.9% to nearly 85.5%. The gap between the province with the highest satisfaction index and the province with the lowest satisfaction index narrowed from 28.05% to 28.08%. The Vietnam Association of Financial Investors, VAFI, had just submitted a proposal to the Prime Ministers, the Ministry of Finance and the State Bank to propose to gradually lower the deposit interest rate in VND to 0% per year. According to the official letter VAFI sent to the Prime Minister and the Ministry of Finance, the State Bank, the Ministry of Planning and Investment, and the Central Economic Commission, currently Europe, America, and Eastern Europe are transitioning to a market economy. All developed economies have interest rates in domestic and foreign currencies of 0% per year. In Vietnam, VND deposits for short-term and medium-term are at 3.5% to 6.2% per year, which is very high compared to other countries and leads to higher lending rates, becoming a great disadvantage for the business community as well as a large number of low and middle-income consumers. About 5,100 sets of essential items will be given away in Bắc Giang, Bắc Ninh, and Ho Chi Minh City, which have been hardest hit by the fourth COVID-19 outbreak. The handover was carried out in cooperation with the Korea International Cooperation Agency, the Australian government, and the Japanese government. The essential kit is a feature of the United Nations Population Fund's Comprehensive Humanitarian Assistance Package. In 2021, more than 5,000 essential kits will be handed over to farmers' unions to give to women and children to protect sexual and reproductive health, as well as the rights of women and girls, to reduce the risk of gender-based violence. Essential kit for women with 21 items used in humanitarian context, including 17 items for health protection and violence prevention, 4 items for COVID-19 prevention. It is expected that the Vietnam Farmers Union will deliver nearly 2,400 sets of essential utensils to Bắc Giang Province, more than 1,400 sets to Bắc Ninh Province, and more than 1,200 sets to Ho Chi Minh City. Britain has condemned China for using a new national security law to stifle free speech in the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region after the city's pro-democracy paper Apple Daily was forced to close. British Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab said, "The forced closure of Apple Daily by the Hong Kong authorities is a chilling blow to freedom of expression in Hong Kong. It is crystal clear that the powers under the national security law are being used as a tool to curtail freedoms and punish dissent rather than keep public order." The UK's top diplomat also called on Beijing to honor its obligations when Britain returned Hong Kong to China in 1997. The European Foreign Affairs Service informed the EU that it was concerned by the closure of Apple Daily and Beijing's abuse of national security laws to restrict press freedom. Russia and Britain are embroiled in diplomatic and military tension after Russia accused a British warship of violating its quotas, forcing Russia to fire warning shots and drop bombs to drive it away. The Russian Defense Ministry accused the British Royal Navy destroyer HMS Defender of trespassing in Russian waters near the Sea Peninsula in the Black Sea. Because the British warship ignored the warning, the Russian warship was forced to fire warning shots, and the Russian warplane also dropped 4 fragmentation bombs near the British ship to force the ship to leave. The Russian Foreign Ministry called the British warship's actions flagrant provocation and said it would summon the British ambassador in Moscow to protest. Immediately, the British side denied all the above allegations. British Defense Secretary Ben Wallace said that the HMS Defender was on a voyage from Odessa, Ukraine to Georgia via the Black Sea and was using an internationally recognized traffic lane. That's all for the news today. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.